Hey guys, welcome back to the Struggleville YouTube channel. I had a subscriber ask for a shipping 101 video, and that's all they said. They weren't real specific, so I'm going to go as basic as I can, trying to help you guys with shipping. It's such a wide-ranging topic that it's a little difficult to try and encompass everything into a video. You know, really, you could have an entire YouTube channel just based on teaching people how to ship items. So I'm going to do the best I can with this video. I tried to make this last night, actually. I wanted to get it uploaded last night, and I failed miserably at getting my point across. So I think I got a better game plan today, and we're going to try it again. And at the end of this video, if I get time, excuse me, I think I got sick from that concert over the weekend because it's been rough. If I get time at the end of this video, I'm going to put some of my gaffes and such from the last video at the end just because I thought some of them were funny. No, kind of. Alright, so no shipping video is accurate if the person is not urging you to get a digital shipping scale. You practically cannot sell without it. Unless you're selling digital items where you're just emailing it or something where you can just put it in an envelope with a stamp, you're going to need a scale. So the scale I have is right here. It's called a DigiWeigh. Mine's about 10 years old, and it's the only one I've ever owned. So I don't know if they still make it, but there's millions of scales out there. Just make sure when you're looking, just go on eBay, type in digital shipping scale, and just make sure that it does ounces. Some of them will do tenths of a pound and not ounces, but you definitely need it to have the ounces, and we'll go into why here in a minute. So make sure you go out and get yourself a digital shipping scale. As for the shipping itself, the only way I ship is USPS, through the post office, because it's just the most convenient way. They'll come right to your house to pick up the packages. It's fast. It's pretty reliable. The post office is coming up with some new changes, which I'll be making another video on that. They're going to start insuring all your packages, just like UPS has been doing for years. So that's kind of a added bonus too. So your three options when you have the post office for shipping is the first is first class mail, and then you also have parcel select, which used to be called parcel post, and you have priority mail. So we're going to try and knock these out one at a time here, and hopefully I can help you guys out with this. First class mail is for small items, is for light items. It ships at the same rate whether it's going to your next door neighbor or across the country, and it's based on ounces. That's why you need a scale that does ounces. The maximum the weight can be is 13 ounces for first class mail. The range is from 3 ounces to 13, and it goes up progressively every ounce that you go. So if you have an item that only weighs an ounce, you're still going to pay for 3 ounces. If it weighs 2 ounces, you're still going to pay for 3 ounces. If you have something that weighs 3.6 ounces, you have to pay for 4 ounces because the 3 ounces is a max. So if you have something that weighs 4.4 ounces, you're really paying for 5 ounces. You have to round up every time. And when I ship things first class mail, I almost always use a poly mailer. And I buy 2 different sizes. This is all a poly mailer is. It's a little plastic bag envelope thing. It's got this little pull strip, and it's like a glue thing. This size is a 6x9. This size is a 9x12. You can buy them on eBay. Just type in poly mailer, and you'll get thousands and thousands of different results. And there's a variety of sizes. You know, you can just pick out wherever you want. I use those 6x9 smaller ones a lot. I just bought 500 of them last week, and I bought 100 of the bigger ones last week. So I go through quite a few of them. Also, if you don't plan on selling a whole lot, if you're just doing a few items, if you don't want to, at least right now, go into the poly mailers. Before I bought poly mailers, I used just these heavy-duty envelopes with the clasp on top, and they worked really well. I never had an item tear out of it or anything. It is paper though, so if it gets wet or snow or something, I don't know how easily it would rip. But if you don't want to buy the poly mailers yet, that's your another option. With either of these, even if you're going to use the clasp, even if you're using the little glue strip, I would still put tape over it just in case so it doesn't rip open or anything. So that's your options with first class mail. Just remember that You don't have to use the calculator on eBay because it's going to be the same no matter where in the country it goes, and your maximum weight is 13 ounces. So anything in that range, it can go first class mail. So then I want to jump into Parcel Select because it's kind of the least important one. Parcel Select is kind of inconvenient. It's the slowest. It'll take up to 9 days. Well, it's supposed to take up to 9 days to get to its location. It's meant for bigger packages, but depending where it's going, sometimes Priority Mail, which is the faster service, is actually cheaper than Parcel Select, the slower service. So you really have to be careful of when you're using it. With Parcel Select, you'll just be using regular boxes. Like, I can't think of any scenario where you would use these or the poly mailers for anything but first class mail. So it's going to be in a box, it's going to be in a brown box, and you can't use any of the Priority Mail shipping supplies for Parcel Select because they're two separate services. The thing with Parcel Select is anytime I'm doing an object that's going to go Parcel Select is I'm going to take the dimensions of it, the length, the width, and the depth, and I'll post a link in the description below to a eBay shipping calculator, and you can put in the dimensions, you can put in the weight, you can put in your zip code, and then they give you sample zip codes of where it's getting shipped to, and you can kind of get an idea of what Parcel Select costs compared to Priority Mail. But just remember with Parcel Select is you may think it's a better option, and then you'll find out that Priority Mail is a better option. So a lot of times when I have something in just a regular brown box that I'm assuming is going to go Parcel Select, I'll list Parcel Select as the first option in the eBay calculator and then Priority Mail as the second. And most people don't even pay attention. They're going to pay for Parcel Select, and then when you pull up the shipping label thing on eBay, you'll see that Priority Mail was $2 cheaper and it's going to be faster. So pay attention to that. It depends where it's going. If it's going to a Zone 8, then Parcel Select is probably going to be cheaper. So for Priority Mail, which is going to be what you're probably going to use the bulk of the time and has the most variances in it. First off, for Priority Mail, you can get free shipping supplies. Go to USPS.com. Across the top, there's a link that says like Shop Now, something like that. And then when that comes down, there's Get Mailing Supplies. And then you're going to go to the left on the next page, and there's going to say like Get Boxes or Priority Mail Boxes. You don't want any express mail stuff, even though I think the new changes to the post office are going to encompass those into one type of box, but I don't remember. Excuse me, I just read it yesterday. So you can get all sorts of boxes. They're free. You'll have to set up an account. They put a limit on how many you can get, but it's like some of them you can get hundreds, and others you can get like 25 or 10 or whatever. But order whatever you need because it's all free. And then those boxes can only be used for Priority Mail. Like I said, you can't use them for Parcel Select. You can't use them for First Class Mail. Those are just Priority Mail boxes. And there's two types. There's one that are just logoed, just say Priority Mail on them, and there's others that are flat rate. There's also a thing called a regional rate box. I already have a video on that if you search through my channel, and there's going to be one called regional rate boxes, so check that one out. I'm not going to talk about regional rates here at all. The thing with the flat rate boxes, and they have envelopes, is they all go for the same price no matter where you're shipping it to. It's a flat rate, doesn't matter what it weighs, and doesn't matter where it's going. It's going to be the same price every time. They have a flat rate envelope, cost, my prices are commercial plus because I'm a top rated seller, so they're going to be a little bit higher, but for reference anyways. The flat rate envelope costs $4.95. It's 9 by 12. The legal flat rate envelope costs $4.99, and it is 12.5 by 15, I think. There's a padded flat rate envelope that costs $5.35, and then you get into the boxes. There's a small flat rate box, a medium flat rate box, and a large flat rate box. The envelopes I find are a really great value. The boxes I rarely ever use. I have tons of these boxes I never use because the price is so high at the flat rate. Usually it's only a deal if you have a very heavy item and it's going a very far distance. If it's going to your zone 7, going to your zone 8. I've talked about zones twice now. Zones go 1 through 8 for the post office. Your neighbor's going to be your zone 1, and the person across the country is going to be a zone 8. The farther you go in zones, the higher the price is going to go. That's all that means. So, let's see, what else do we got? So then you got the regular priority mail boxes, and those are going to go by weight and distance. So you're going to use calculated shipping on eBay with that, with the shipping calculator. And anything that doesn't fit in like the flat rate envelopes and such, I would usually use one of these regular priority mail boxes. Another thing I do if you're going to use the calculated shipping with the priority mail box, or if you're going to use Parcel Select, is I package up the item completely and weigh it so I know the exact weight before I list the item, because sometimes you'll be surprised how much the packing supplies weigh once you get the item all wrapped up. And if you underestimate that, the post office might check your package. They might weigh your package. I don't know what their system is. I don't know if they weigh everything. I would highly doubt it, or if they just kind of spot check and weigh a package here and there. Either way, if you have not enough postage on it, then it can either get returned to you, or it'll get sent to the buyer with postage due, and you don't want that, because that's a great way to get negative feedback and a buyer that's not happy with the item. Even if it's a great item, if they get it and their post office wants more money right away, they're already ticked off. They're going to find things wrong with this item because they're already pissed. So make sure you're very accurate with weighing your item. So what I do, if I have a smaller item and it's kind of on the cusp of first class, the first thing I'm going to do is weigh it. And if it's under 13 ounces, then I'm going to go first class mail. If it's over 13 ounces, the first thing I'm looking at is, well, can I get it in one of these priority mail flat rate envelopes, because that's my next best value. And sometimes you can get it's really good, because if, let's say you're selling, like I sell tools a lot, and they're heavy, but they're small because they're made out of steel. So I can get maybe something that weighs 2 or 3 pounds, and it's all steel, and get that in a padded flat rate. I try not to put heavier items in the regular flat rate envelope or the legal flat rate envelope, because they're just like cardboard. And every time I've received one of those for something I've bought on eBay, it seems like there's always a tear somewhere in that envelope, like one of the corners and one of the seams is ripped open. So when it's a heavier item, I like to use the padded flat rate envelope, because it's like plastic, and I've never had one rip open on me. So anyways, then if it doesn't fit in one of those envelopes, then I'm looking at, will it fit into a regional box, which, like I said, go to the other video to learn about those, or am I shipping it just by its weight? I think that's it for my introductory shipping video. Hopefully that helped you out, at least gives you an idea of the different options you have and how to ship things. If you have a more specific question about shipping in general, feel free to leave a comment or send me a message. I'll answer and make a video as quick as I can. If this video helped you at all, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and yeah, thanks guys. Decide is how are you going to ship it. Your 3 options are basically first class mail, that's for small light items, priority mail, let's back it up, first class mail, small light items, Parcel Select, which is going to be heavier items or bigger items, or priority mail, which is going to be most items. I'm trying to be as basic as I can here. I keep glossing over things and thinking, back it up. Be too expensive to ship priority mail, then you're going to go Parcel Select, which used to be called Parcel Post, if anyone's confused. This video is going to be confusing. God, I know it. Your best bet, guys, I'm screwing this up. Envelopes, okay. A regular flat rate envelope. Let's say you weigh an item. God damn it. This video shouldn't be difficult. So for every other item that you can, oh Jesus. So the post. I'm not doing a good job with this video. Alright guys, I do not know if this was helpful at all. Watch this video, get confused by it, and then ask me a specific question. I can definitely have an answer. Yeah, that's our best bet here. So if you found this video because you were looking for shipping answers, I can give them to you. Just give me a question. That sounds like a jerk. Alright guys, I don't know if this video was helpful at all. If someone has a specific question on something shipping, or a specific type of shipping, first class, parcel, select, whatever, go ahead and shoot me that question and I'll do my best to get a video to answer that. God, I hope this answered the original subscriber's question, although I don't have much confidence in that. Anyways, make sure to give this video a like because it was more difficult than it should have been for me. And if you're not already a subscriber, you're probably not going to subscribe after watching this. But I swear the other ones are better. And leave some comments, guys. Thanks.